Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a different kind of video. Yesterday I put out an Instagram poll to see what kind of videos you guys want to see. These are the suggestions that have come through so far, and I split them into two lists. These are the ones I'll go over today because some of them are pretty short, and then these are the ones that I'll save for upcoming videos. But I wanted to address a couple of things first. So printables, I got a few questions or requests to do videos on how to use or print and cut our printable inserts and stickers, and I do want to do that for you. However, it's kind of hard because some of you might remember that we are staying temporarily at my in-laws' house, and we have like the upstairs area with the loft where the TPS like office space is, where I can show you all of that. But because we're living with our in-laws and there's a lot of people living here in the house with us, I never have the space alone really, so it's kind of hard to film. I was thinking about doing a detailed blog post instead. Like, I will show screenshots and all that. I do have one up right now for the printables if you haven't seen it. But I can, if that's not enough for you guys, I can elaborate, I guess. And then for the printable stickers, would a blog post be sufficient? Let me know in the comments below. But then the same thing goes for like day in the life and making stickers. Those would be kind of hard as well, just because again, I don't have the space to myself all the time. So there's my girls running around, in-laws walking past, and so I'll try to figure out how to do that. I definitely want to do that, and I know it's been requested by some of you for a while now. I can do the get to know me soon. Behind the scenes I can do, because I could do voiceover for that. Designing kits, my planner supplies collection and storage. So these will be coming up, and then this is what I'm going to cover today. So let's go with task cards first. So I think I showed in my flip throughs that I have started using a task card system, and I think I showed you in the last flip through how it looks back here. So these are my task cards. So let's say first of all, I get questions on where did I get these task cards and how did I make them. So these task cards I made myself, but I got the idea from Catspresso, and I'll link her shop down below. I had originally ordered vertical ones. So here's the ones that are from Catspresso. And so the tabs are at the top, or if you're doing it this way, the tabs are on the side, but these are the horizontal, and she was sold out of the horizontal, so I ended up making my own. But I think right now, unless she's sold out again, I just saw recently on Instagram that both of these styles are now back in stock, so you could check her out. But because she was sold out of the horizontal, I made them myself. So all I did was I had a ton of these frosted dividers. So all I did was measure out, I took this task card and I measured out, you know, like let's say this divider, and I just cut it on my paper cutter, and I left the tab on the top. So I did that for all three dividers, and I made 3 sets. So basically that's all I did. I don't remember how I didn't get the hole punches. I can't remember, sorry. I did this like a month or so ago, I think, and I can't remember how I didn't get the, oh, you know what I did? Okay, so I remember now. So if you did this divider with, you know, cutting it out, you would get these hole punches. So what I had to do was I used the other side, and I left a little space for a tab, and I cut the tab myself. And let me see if I could find one that I cut the tab myself, because it wasn't done very well. Oh, here it is. Can you see here in the corner where I was trying to cut round, and then it made all these little like white spots? So on the regular divider, let me see. Oh, here's another one where you can see, but on a regular divider, it's cut nicely. So you can see where I had to do that on a couple of these task cards. And all I did was use one of the good dividers as a template to cut. So like this is a good divider, and say this was all the way across. I put this over and then I cut around it. And it wasn't very good, but it's good enough. And I probably will order some legit ones from Catspresso, but this is good for now. So before, I was trying to find a way to store these. When I had these, I was trying to find a way to store them, and I was just kind of like sticking it in like the pockets and stuff like that. But then when I stopped using my planner as my wallet, I had all these empty slots, and I thought it would be such a great idea to add these task cards there. So that's why I decided to move to the horizontal task cards. So I have 3 sets, and I'm going to tell you in just a second how I use them, but I also wanted to mention how I labeled them. So all I did, I made all these labels out of silhouette. So these are just rectangular stickers. I made small, tiny little tab labels, so it was all on one sheet, and just cut it out. So that's all I did. I decided to do that instead of using the page flags as is traditional, or how they were made originally by Maddie Plans. I think she's the first one that came up with that concept. I do it differently because I use my task cards differently. So let me show you how I use it. So let me grab one of these. I'll just take admin because I'm going to talk about admin in a minute anyways. And I keep them in this pocket up here. So this is a Foxy Fix plastic pocket thing, and I don't believe she sells them anymore, unfortunately, but I got it I don't know, a year or 2 ago, and I stick it right here. So I have my task card here to reference when I'm doing my task for the day. So first, the way they were started is because Maddie Plans didn't want to rewrite all her recurring tasks over and over and over again. So she put her tasks on these little flags, and then she put them on her task card. Let's say this is the task card. And so she would have, I mean, I'm explaining this, but I'm sure you guys all saw this on Instagram and stuff like that. But she had these task flags. The reason why that doesn't work for me is because some of you that watched my How I Plan My Day video might remember that I time block my tasks. So here's my daily schedule, and then you know, I have certain tasks I do every morning, and then in the afternoon I have a different business task each day, and then in the evening is more like personal and stuff like that. But this area right here for my business task each day, if you can see, oh, let me get the releases task card. If you can see these releases here, because I would start right after lunch, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tasks for releases. If I listed all these 5 tasks here, it would take up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would take me to 5 o'clock, and it may or may not take me that long. It usually wouldn't take that long for a lot of my tasks that are on my task card. So if I were, since I time block, if I were to list out all these tasks right here, that would be telling me it would take me to 5 o'clock to complete these, and it might not. So what I like to do is I just like to put releases. I know I'm gonna work on releases right after lunch, and then I look here and these are all the tasks I have to do. And another reason is because here after, you know, like around 4 or 5, when the post office closes, we go and drop off orders, and if there's any other errands that we need to run, since we're out and about, I put them here. So this is already getting in the way. If I were to try to list all these things out here, I wouldn't have room for this stuff. So that's the main reason why I use task cards and how I use them. So I really love them a lot. Let me show you the different ones I have. So I put them into categories. These 2 sets are weekly task cards, and this set is monthly task cards. So up here I have admin, releases, and subs. So these are just recurring tasks that I have to do when I have my admin day, when I prep for new releases, and when I do subs, like the packing part of subs. And I have like specific days for each of these tasks. So whenever it's that day, then I pull out this task card and put it in that pocket that I showed you guys. Then I have these three. This is more content, and this is also done on a weekly basis, and all three of these also have its own day. So I have Salmon Co. I needed to add something here, so I just put a little sticker there. And then I have video, like what I'm doing right now. These are all the things I had to do for when I film videos. And then blog. I know I haven't been doing much on that, but I really hope to focus more on that in the upcoming weeks and months. And then down here is the monthly tasks, and these have to do with subs: open subs, close subs, ship subs. So these are just the different tasks I had to do on the 1st of the month, the 14th of the month, and then the last week of the month. I keep them here. So I found this task card system really useful, really helpful, and it looks super cute back here in the back of my planner. So those are my task cards. Another question I got was about my dividers. I get tons of questions about these dividers. So these dividers are, I mentioned before, from Brooklyn Grace Co. I'll link her again down below, but they're crystal clear, and that's why I love them, because if you put deco behind, you can see the deco super clearly. And then I got questions of how I label them. So some people thought I bought these dividers with them already with this text at the top, but I didn't. I used my label maker to make these labels. So I got questions about my label maker, the font I use, and stuff like that. So let me show you here. This is the label maker I use, and this is linked on my Amazon storefront. It's the Brother P Touch. I got mine at Office Depot when there was a crazy sale, like around Christmas time, I think. It was like, I don't know, $10. It was like really good price, because I don't remember how much these are, like 20 something, 30 something dollars. I forget, but you could check it out at the link below. So I used this Brother P Touch. I got questions on the tape I use. So this is the one I use. It's the, what number is this? Oh, let me see, maybe I had to open it. So it's clear, 0.47 inches, 12 millimeters. I don't know what all that means, but this is the one I use, and it is also linked on my Amazon shop, so you can check that out. It's crystal clear, basically. And then, let me see, someone asked what font I use. Oh, I guess I'm using Atlanta A1, and then the size I use is small, and then I think that's it. Atlanta small. I don't think there's any other thing that I changed on there, but yeah, I'll just print this out so you can see how it looks. So that's the exact font and size that I use for my labels. So they turn out crystal clear. Let me show you guys here. Like, you can barely tell. People said you could barely even tell that there's a label there. So I love them a lot. What really helps is the crystal clear dividers, because if you use frosted dividers, oh, let me see, I have it here. If you use frosted dividers, oh, because the lighting you can't tell good, but see, you can see here, it's because the divider you're using, this is the same label, the same font, the same everything, but you can see it because of the frosted dividers. So that's the key to it if you're going for this look, is you need to get the crystal clear dividers. So that's that. Another question I got is if I can show a setup in my Gillio Slim, if I'm still using it. And I am not using this planner right now. I get questions if I'm gonna sell it. I'm not gonna sell this planner. I love it so much. I do have the regular size Gillio matte black Croco. So I do have the slim and the regular size, but I feel like I wanna hold on to both because there are times where I feel like I wanna go super minimalist, and so I would go to this planner. The rings are super tiny though. But like if I'm on the go, if I'm going on vacation or something like that, which who knows when that will happen again. But you know, if I want something compact to put in my bag, that's why I'm keeping this planner, and it's just too gorgeous to let go. So I can't do a flip through right now because as you can see, I don't have anything in it. But if I set it up in the coming months, if we happen to go somewhere and I'm using this as my travel planner, then I'll definitely show you guys. Another question I got was about admin tasks. So I kind of shared that in my task card explanation. These are the admin tasks that I do. My admin day is on Sundays, and these are the things I do. So usually the top things I do with my husband, because he worked with me on the shop now. And so product evaluation, we just kind of go over what products are selling well, what products aren't, and maybe we should retire, stuff like that, how the new releases are going. And we also talk about finances. So that goes hand in hand with another question tied to the admin question, is if I do my own bookkeeping. My husband actually does all our bookkeeping for business and personal. So we take this time to talk about our finances, both business and personal here. So he's the one who does that. I'm going to show you a couple of things I do on my own, but he does the main stuff. And then we talk about our plan for the week as far as work is concerned. I go over shop reports, which I'll show you in a second. I check our supplies if we need to order anything, and I check our inventory if we need to restock anything. So those are the main admin things I do. I don't know if that answers your question, but if you have if you want me to elaborate on any of that, just leave a comment down below. But yeah, I do these things. I try to do these things every Sunday. I like to do admin tasks on Sunday because then I feel like I'm starting off the week on Monday, like all set up and ready to go. So for those reports I'm talking about, it's super simple. Like I said, my husband does all our bookkeeping and stuff. These are the only small things I do, and you've seen me talk about these in my flip throughs. I do track our weekly revenue because we have a weekly goal. Our shop is our only income for our family, so it's important for me to track the weekly revenue so I can see if we're on track and, you know, make adjustments if needed. So I do keep track of my weekly revenue, and this is how it looks. I have to cover, because obviously it's personal stuff, but this is how it looks. I just put the date here, and then the revenue we make in our main shop, Etsy shop, YouTube ads, Amazon storefront, and then the total. And then I do have an amount here for our goal and to see if it matches up. So I do track that every week. And then I also have a shop tracker, and this is monthly tracking. So I track our monthly revenue for the main shop, the Etsy shop, YouTube, Amazon. I have a blank space here if we needed to add anything, and then a total. So it's months January through December. And then I do the same thing for expenses. So my husband really tracks the detailed numbers. I just have the overall numbers and certain things I want to track for expenses. We obviously have more expense categories than this, but these are the ones I'm keeping an eye on: supplies, shipping, clip art, and product. And then a blank space for anything extra, and then a total amount of how much we're spending each month on expenses. And then on the back, I also do track subs, our monthly subscriptions. So I have the stationery sub, full kit, full sticker kit sub, the combo, the full kit combo, the mini sticker kit sub, the mini kit combo, and then the total number of subs. So these are not dollar amounts. These are how many subscribers for each of these sub options. Those are the only, it's not really bookkeeping, but the only admin / financial stats that I keep track of for the shop. My husband does all the rest. So hopefully that answers your question about the admin / bookkeeping. So I got another question about my Stalogy. I'm so sorry guys, I had to apologize because I've been saying since the beginning of 2020 that I was going to do some plan with me's using different planners, how I would use them, how my product looks in the different planners, or how I would use my product in different planners, and I just never got around to doing that for you guys because of busyness, but also all this craziness going on in the world. I just never got around to it. I did start playing with it, but I haven't completely done much with this, but I'll show you what I have so far. So for the Stalogy, if you want to see any other planners, I also played around with Erin Condren, Happy Planner, Hobonichi Weeks, and Hobonichi Cousin. So if you want to see any of those, I can show you those as well. But like here, what I started doing was I was just counting out, just making measurements of how I thought I would set this up. Here's one of my first spreads I played around with. So it's very similar to my weekly fold out because that's the way my brain works. That's how I plan, and that's how I'll use any planner that I use probably, unless you guys want me to experiment with different layouts. This is truly how I would plan in this planner. So same kind of layout as my weekly fold out pretty much. I kind of played around with these stickers. I thought it looked super cute up there. It's always like today, to do for personal business, and then little things at the bottom, a sidebar. And then I did this one again too. It's just basically the same thing except I was playing around with the sidebar. Yeah, so that's all I did. The rest is blank because I just haven't had time to play around with it. But this is pretty much how I would use a Stalogy planner if I was really using it for my main planner. As far as the weekly view goes, I didn't have time to play around with the daily view, but I really do want to do more of these videos if it's something that interests you guys. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see more layouts, plan with me videos in this planner or any other of the popular planners that are trending right now. So that's my Stalogy. And then lastly, someone asked about if I could do a pocket flip. I can't do a pocket flip because I'm not in a pocket planner right now. I haven't been in a pocket planner for a while. It's just too small, even though I loved it because that size is so cute and so portable and can fit pretty much in any bag I have. It's just not big enough for me. And I know there's fold outs and stuff like that, but it's not big enough for me height wise. I need more space this way. So I'm not using it right now. I was playing around with the idea of using a pocket planner as a wallet in my bag, and I did try that out for a couple weeks and it was just useless to me. I need my main planner. This is my baby. This is my everyday carry, my everyday planner, my main ride or die, and I don't know, I'm a one planner type girl. I can't carry two planners. I can't use two planners. I need everything in one place, and I can't even carry a pocket planner and leave this one at home because everything I need is in here. And I like having it with me at all times, even if most of the time, probably like 90% of the time I'm out and about, I don't really need to, especially now with COVID and quarantine, I don't really need to reference anything in here for a quick run to the grocery store, but I just love having it on me because it makes me happy. So that's it. I covered everything that was on this list here, and then I'll try to start doing some of these here, the ones that I can. I definitely do want to do like a day in the life video for sure, and a Q&A and a get to know me. I love those kind of videos. It's just a little bit more challenging for me. This is probably a priority for me to do a printables, something like either blog post or video. So again, let me know in the comments below if a blog post, like a detailed step-by-step blog post, will be sufficient. And then I'll get to some of these other things. If you have any other requests for videos, please do leave them down below. I always write them down. Every time you guys ask for something for a video, I make note of it here, and then at the end of the month I transfer that to a different list if I haven't gotten to it. Same thing with products. If ever you guys have product requests, which you guys often do a lot, I write them down here and I do try to get to them when I can. So please continue to send that to me. I do take note of it. I do see all of it. So yeah, that's it. I covered everything here. Thank you so much for the suggestions, because I was really having like creative block of what video to film. I've been kind of in a blah mood lately, so you guys giving me this content really helped make this video today. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.